or whatnot. Like, you see that kind of like saying, yeah, that you're not a real rapper if somebody, somebody writes some of your raps for you and all of these things, like ghostwrite or whatever. Like, what do you think
I
of
don't
that?
think there's any issue, but I mean, as long as you're not screaming like, I literally wrote this all by myself, and
Yeah.
therefore that's a point blank lie.
Yeah.
But if you've got in the final project that you both wanted out of it, what's the problem? You know what I mean, Dr. Dre, again, he didn't write any of his stuff.
Big up my brother, Dr. Dre, man. Hey.
he didn't write any of his stuff. Neither
Yeah.
did Eazy-E. In fact, the whole of NWA was built off of Ice Cube writing it.
Yeah. Things are patterned in this country.
I don't know, to be honest with you, I think it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
If I'm being totally honest.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse and worse. I can't see any mad 180s happening anytime soon.
Yeah. And talking about last thing, yeah. Talking about earlier you said the first thing that you wanted to do is, film and production, right?
Yeah.
Like in terms of like obviously like there's certain things and that, like have you tried to, even contact some, films or even some adverts and stuff like that to see if you can obviously have your music in there? Have you kind of maybe tried to see if you can cross both together, like obviously with what you're doing now in adverts with some of your beats and things like that?
I did do one track for an advert.
Oh, bad.
It was for a independent designer brand clothing company, basically.
Nice.
Dolores by Dolores, D&D.
Yeah. I'm a Primark guy, bro. I don't really.
Okay.
I'm a Primark guy, brother. I don't really bang a lot of designers, bro. I make this shit look good, bro, from Primark. That's what I do. You lot already know. Yeah. Now, bro, literally, man, like I said, I could be here.
I think the passion's different.
Yeah. You got to understand. Why do you think that, bro?
Like, Tupac apparently still got nearly 1,000 odd unreleased tracks.
Bro, I can't imagine, bro. Where is this music?
And it's just work rate. It was just different then. Because you actually had to, you didn't have to rely on social media. You literally had to rely on your work.
Yeah.
So you were just working. And I mean, them names, there were such creative people. I think that was their only outlet.
Yeah, bro. Because
again, I think it's because the conversation we were having earlier with
egotistical kind of thing.
There's no one's blown to the point Bieber level or anything like that. So everyone's kind of feel like they've still got a point to prove over here. It's like, well, I can do this by myself. Yeah. I've got to do this by myself.
I hear you.
It's like, but it doesn't want that. None of these people were as big as they did just by themselves. And I think that needs to be shown more. Because I guarantee you could ask any of them big names, none of them will sit there and say they did it completely by themselves.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And talk to me, bro.
Who would you want to get advice of? Forget say necessarily a certain path, but life advice, where they're at now in life. Who would you want to get advice from?
Another good question, bro. You should come in this chair, bro. Another good question, bro. Yeah, who would I like to get advice from?
Yeah.
Do you mean advice within what I'm doing, or just in general, everything, just advice in general? Yeah.
Life itself.
Yeah, fucking hell, that's a good question. Shit, it's gonna sound a bit mad. She keeps on popping up in my head, so I'm just gonna go with her. Oprah. Yeah. It's my son.
I don't think it'd hit the same for the simple fact that because he's not here, the hype point would be carried with it.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, no one's gonna push as much as them artists would.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone loved. It's also what came with it.
Yeah. What? That mentality hopefully changes.
Society has just got massive. I think it's almost cool to not respect people anymore.
Yeah.
It's almost become a thing.
That's mad weird as well, even when you say it as well. It's mad weird.
It's just there's no respect, there's no gratitude.
Yeah.
There's none of that anymore. It's just kind of I like this now.
Yeah.
Because I like this now. But then when that gets bored, don't care what they do. I'm going to the next one.
You're on to the next one, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could name, 3 artists, dead or alive, that you would love to literally, just get in a studio with to work on, who would those artists be?
Probably, as it stands, Drake.
Drizzy.
Biggie. Michael.
Fucking hell, brother. That's a huge list. I love that, bro. Bro, I love that, man. And
There needs to be more relatable music coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, like the whole Drake and 21 Savage album that came out has been now known as like the most relatable album ever.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Because the messages on there,
Yeah.
anyone can relate to.
Mm.
And I don't think not everyone can relate to stabbing someone.
True.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of people can, but not everyone. I think that needs to, it needs to be making more relatable music for your consumers.
Yeah. Because one thing I always have to remind myself and other people, bruv, this is all just opinions.
Yeah.
This is all opinion, bruv. It's nothing personal, bruv.
Yeah, no,
it's all opinion. Like, we can agree to disagree on something. So what I'm gonna say, bruv, like, I don't know how good, whatever, how this is going to age, but I'm gonna tell you, I've been thinking about this for fucking years, bruv. But I'm gonna say exactly how it is. For me, as a producer, I think Dr. Dre is overrated, bruv.
Very bold statements.
Bruv, I'll say it on my mum's birthday. I'll say it on my birthday. I'll say it on Coachella. I'll say it on the mobiles. Personally, for me, though, that taking it back to me. I'm not saying in general, like, I'm not arguing people. I'm saying for me. Because, bruv, this thing of, like, he's a producer.
Yeah, but he's produced so many songs you wouldn't even known he'd produced.
Fair enough. That's where people might get me.
Yeah.
And is it I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Mean, in the last 30 years, I think he said, in the last 30 years, he's only taken 2 weeks out of the studio.
Yeah, some people
my
might
man's
claim
work rate is different.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not knocking his work rate, and I'm not knocking, like, I said, yeah, cool. He's cool, but what's this? Dre.
I think it's just like most people are only aware of the songs that his name's actually attached to.
Yeah.
Whereas there's lots of songs that he's done with like lots of like R&B singers, this and the other, like pop songs as well.
Yeah, I like that Mary J. Blige tune.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get in fucking night. Yeah, I like that.
Done a lot of it, and obviously he's been used for samples quite a lot as well, and other songs that probably people aren't even aware of.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, and you don't realise it.
Yeah.
I think that's why he gets the flowers he gets.
I hear you, man. Dr. Dre, I don't take it back, man. Literally, I continue, bro.
You know, it's going to go silent for a while. I'm sure at some point, people obviously will still be doing their thing, but it's not going to be that commercial anymore because the sound's going to shift. It's going to change. It's going to evolve.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's literally just going to end up being like grime in that respect.
Yeah. And I'm seeing the smart ones. You see, when it was that with grime, people like Skepta, there's a lot of people that basically evolved. Yeah. People who didn't really stay stagnant, and years are showing like those who didn't stay just grime artists who evolved, who tried different things. Now they're winning. Like I said, the Skeptas and so forth. And I think with drill, I think the same, like you said, like once it comes up to that point where it's like it's a little bit stagnant now. It's not really, people are not really shining a light on drill as much anymore. I feel like the people that Headie One, certain people who are kind of trying to evolve.
Yeah, Headie One, Digga D,
continue.
They're moving on with it now. They're like, yeah, we've established what we're doing. You know what we're about.
Now we're getting to
let's try something a bit different. That's still on that level.
Yes.
That isn't just full on that hard.
Drill.
Lowski as well. Like he started evolving as well.
Yeah.